Today, we're in the beautiful gated subdivision of Carlton Woods in the Woodlands, Texas, and I'm gonna give you an awesome tour of this beautiful, beautiful multi-million-dollar home that is fully automated and set up by Empire AV. Let me turn this down so you guys can hear me. We've made it to the living room. As you can see, this is a beautiful living room with an open concept. In this room, we installed a Samsung television with an LCR under it and a local surround sound. We do have video coming from upstairs to down here to feed this display, but all of the switching and sourcing is handled upstairs in that rack. We do have in-ceiling speakers to make sure that we have the surround sound experience. We have our SR260 that's dedicated to this room for simple control. Now do keep in mind, like I mentioned, with these remotes, you can control the entire household, but this remote is really used as a single room controller. If I turn y'all around and show you some of these zones of audio. As we work into the kitchen, we have a pair of speakers for a great audio experience. As I take you over into this small dining room, we have an additional pair of speakers for even better audio experience. Keep in mind, when it comes to home audio, you want to be able to fill areas with speakers. Sometimes home audio, it's better to have quantity over quality. That way, as you're walking around the household, you're not getting blasted in certain areas and your audio is spread evenly. Let me take you into this traditional dining room. As you can see, we have a pair of speakers that are pre-wired in the wall up there. As I turn you around into this foyer, because we're making our way to the front of the house, this is a seating area with another dedicated zone of speakers. Behind this, we do have some additional cabling in case the client ever wants to add a television or pull audio from this television and send it into the speakers. Another one of our Control4 thermostats. This house is fully integrated. Not every single light switch in the house, it's integrated into the sound system, but you will see some of these essential lighting throughout the house. These are all integrated into the household. I'll show you a T4 so you can see the amount of devices that we have in this house. Let me not go around that because it's probably very expensive. Working our way into here, boop. Let me show you this. This is a Baldwin smart door lock. What does this do? Yes, it allows you to open and close it from your phone, but this is residential access control. This right here, it has a set timer. After 30 seconds of it being unlocked, it will automatically lock. Not only that, but you have access to this device from an app on your phone, from the Control4 app or your T4 interfaces to create, assign, arrange, there it goes, to create, assign, and change access to anyone that's coming into the house. So for example, in this scenario, if you have a cleaning lady, if you have a pool guy, if someone needs to come to your house, but they only need to come here certain days out of the week, you can give them a code that only works in those days, in those times. It does keep a log of the access, who's tried it, who's came in here, who didn't, and then you can also take away access with one button. Out here, we have our chime. Now, this doorbell, once you ring it, it is going to ring the speakers in the household. It's going to ring the touch panels throughout the house, and it's also going to ring the client's phone. It does have two-way communication for us to be able to talk to them and for them to be able to talk back to us.
What's going on, sir?
Brian, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How can you?
So you notice that yes, we have smart switches everywhere, but we also have installed this 5-button keypads. Now keep in mind that this is an ongoing process or an ongoing project. We've actually been here since January of 2020. This house was fully remodeled, gutted out. We had to come in, we had to wire it. We set up a perimeter for lighting, but we also have some decisions to make. So these are the 5-button keypads that will eventually be that will eventually be engraved with the lighting scenes and any audio video scenes that are linked to the switch. These can work as an on and off, but later on we'll have entertainment scenes, lighting scenes, music scenes, all off, whatever we may need or whatever fits the client's household goes integrated into this one. All right, so we talked about cameras. Now that does give you peace of mind. However, I truly believe that every household should have an alarm system. Here, we decided to go with a Qualcomm system. Why? Because it's fully integratable. It has an amazing wireless technology. This house is set up for security, as you can hear. All of the contacts, all of the windows are actually integrated into the system. When someone comes into the house or any of the entry doors open, you'll be able to hear them. Anytime that a window opens up, you'll be able to hear it. There is glass breaks that has a built-in glass break, so if somebody wants to break that window, the alarm will go off. Like always, we have thermostats everywhere. This is a huge property, so there is, I believe, 6 or 7 thermostats in the household, all Control4, all fully integrated. We're in the master bedroom. Things to notice here. Samsung TV with a 5.1 surround sound. We do have a Qualcomm touchscreen that is integrated to the alarm system. And we also have a somebody just came in the house. And we also have a Control4 thermostat. We do have lighting in the restroom. We're wired for an additional pair of speakers. All right, so we made it to the brains of the operation. This right here is the rack, and I'm gonna take some time. Come on in here, Chris. I'm gonna take some time and give you a rundown of what's in here and what's it for. The top, we're always gonna have our network. Any control system needs a reliable network. This is the backbone of a smart home right here at the top. If you're having network issues, if you're having Wi-Fi issues, if you're having issues with things not communicating, odds are you need a better network, you need to call us. From there, we're going into security. This is our cameras. This is what's sending the cameras to the phone. This is what's allowing them to view them from the phone, to view them on multiple televisions. It does have a hard drive so we can record. It overrides it. It's a camera system. We do keep spacing in between all of our equipment to make sure that it has space to breathe, that the equipment doesn't overheat. From there, we gave some space to the Control4 Core 5. This here, once again, is the brains of the operation. This is truly what's controlling the entire household. This is what's allowing the light switches to turn on and off. This is what's allowing those touchscreens to work, the remotes, the phone, brains of the operation right here. As we mentioned, we do have some video distribution. What's video distribution? Multiple sources being able to be spread out along multiple displays. In this scenario, we have 2 Rokus, our core, and our camera system that's being sent out to the living room, the home theater, the master bedroom, and the game room. Since everything is sent out from here to other locations in the household, we have to go with video balance. Video balance is the technology that allows HDMI to go into a component, then it gets extended via CAT cable to the selected location, and then at the location, we convert it back into HDMI to plug it into the television. This house, it's a big house, and we have a lot of speakers. We do have 8 zones of home audio, not including their 3 surround sounds, the home theater, the game room, and the master bedroom, which are powered by these Denon receivers that are down here. The one for the home theater, it's in the home theater room, so we do have a baling that's sending video over there. We're in here. All right, so this is where the rack room is. This is one of the guest rooms. One of the things that I wanted to point out is we pre-wire this house for a lot more equipment that we have already installed. This is one of the guest rooms that has a zone of audio wired to the ceiling. So this is one of those rooms that will allow them to add additional speakers in the future. As we work our way into the game room, let me cut off these lights. As we work our way into the game room, there is multiple guest rooms. They just have TVs in them. They are pre-wired for additional audio. Right now, we don't have the speakers installed. We do have, let me turn these lights on. This house, we do have Control4 thermostats installed throughout every zone in the house. So Control4 thermostats allow you to program them from the phone, integrate them into the household. It makes the home automation experience easier, smoother, and more reliable. This is one of the zones of audio. This is the game room. In here, we actually wired for a surround sound that is a 7.2.2. Now, Right now, we haven't mounted the television. It's being strictly used as a zone of audio, but this is where a lot of the entertaining happens. So we have a lot more speakers in this room than any of the other rooms. This is a home theater now. I gave y'all a tour of this room last week. If you want details on this room, check out the video for the entire room where we discuss projections, screens, speakers, everything that you may know. Go back and watch that one. Now, we're gonna come bother Brian out here because this is just a room that I gotta show you. So we have a pair of speakers here with a beautiful view. Take a look at this beautiful backyard. I believe this house is sitting a little bit under 2 acres. So we have speakers down here, speakers around the perimeter, we have the cameras. This is a place where I think you just come hang out, listen to some music, and enjoy this beautiful scenery. Let's keep walking the house. Let's make our way downstairs. So this is a big backyard. So we couldn't do just one pair of speakers. We actually lined up the walkway with multiple in-ceiling speakers. We got a pair here, we got a pair over there. We have some additional speakers over there. We also have an outdoor access point. We wanted to make sure that they had Wi-Fi in the entire backyard. So we installed a hardwire access point out here to make sure that the coverage was what they needed. As I turn you around, this pool system is integrated into the system so they can control it from the app on their phone. As we walk our way around into the garage and the garage and gate are integrated into the system. So some of the scenes or some of the things that are integrated is one, yes, you can open it and close it from your phone. However, for peace of mind, let's say it's good night, you're ready to go to bed, you hit a button next to your nightstand that says good night. What is that gonna do? It's gonna lock all your doors. It's gonna set your alarm. If your garage is open, it's gonna close it. If your gate is open, it's gonna close it. It's gonna set your standard lighting scene. And now you have peace of mind that the things that you were supposed to do, your home did it for you. And it's all backed up and integrated by Control4 and programmed by Empire AV. Those blank plates in the ceiling are set up for additional zones of audio and additional cameras. As I mentioned previously, this is an ongoing process. Our client is just now being able to move in after a 1.5 years of construction. The whole house was gutted. This is an awesome project because we got to show you the entire thing. The design, the pre-wire, it's not completed, but I brought you in early. Brian is still upstairs installing stuff. We're still doing some things here, but it's an awesome project that gives you a full scope of everything that we have to offer. I'm jumping in the pool. Mario said I needed to jump in the pool, that that'll get us some views. So once we get to 1,000, I'm jumping in the pool, but this is not the one, not today. All right, our YouTube family, that is a wrap for this video. Thank you for joining me today. You got to see lighting, you got to see video, you got to see all the cool stuff. Like always, I appreciate your time. We appreciate your business. Have yourself an awesome day.